My son seems to be a genius. Richard, what do you think? Have you tasted my son's cooking?
No, I haven't had a chance to yet.
Oh, he's going to be taking over my husband's role and become the owner. So why don't you try it now?
I'll do that. Thank you.
He's going to be working at the restaurant as a chef now. My genius son is going to be the main chef, right? I think if he had the head chef support, it would be better for him. So make sure to give him some good ratings.
With all due respect, Janet, Tom hasn't had enough training, so he'll be starting as a kitchen helper with the others.
What? What in the world are you talking about? You're making my son a helper. Are you joking?
No, I'm not joking. Even if he's the owner's son, I can't let him do the main course all of a sudden. To all the customers who have believed in the restaurant, it would be disrespectful, don't you think?
Do you know who you're complaining to?
I don't mean to complain. I'm just stating the facts. You would understand if you thought about the customers. Please understand?
Of course I don't understand.
What?
You've been the head chef at your French restaurant for 20 years now, and you still don't understand? You and I are in different positions.
Of course. I know that.
Who do you think is in charge?
You've been taking good care of me, Janet. But I'm not talking about that right now. I'm just stating the facts. I think it's a good idea for Tom to be in the kitchen, but it's only natural for him to start with the other trainees. Or else he might get some hate for it. The atmosphere in the kitchen won't be very good.
So what? If that happens, you can just fire all of them.
That's going a little too far, isn't it?
I'll do whatever my genius son wants to do. That's my policy.
Did the owner agree to this too?
Of course he did. It's our son. My opinion is his opinion.
Okay. I disagree.
What did you say?
As the head chef, I disagree. Leaving the atmosphere of the kitchen aside, I can't serve the customers food that an inexperienced person made. I take pride in what I've done here. I'm sorry, but I can't let it happen.
Richard, aren't you acting a little too cocky?
Sorry, but as the head chef, I just can't let this happen.
It looks like I need to teach you a lesson about your place. You seem to be misunderstanding something.
I'm not misunderstanding. I know my place. Please, take a moment to reconsider. I'll be in charge of the main course starting tomorrow, so be sure to tell the others. What are you talking about? This is the first time I'm hearing this. It's not my problem if you haven't heard. My mom told me, so it's happening. I can't go against her because I was hired to do the job, and I want to do the main course. Tom, you haven't even memorized the menu yet. You were washing the dishes up until today. Can you handle the main all of a sudden? I'll think of something. The menu's written down anyway. I'll just look at the menu as I cook. It's not that simple. Besides, I'm the owner's son, and you had me washing the dishes. That's where everyone starts. I can't treat you differently. Why not? I'm the owner's son, so shouldn't you be treating me differently? No, I shouldn't. Even if you're the owner's son, you're still an amateur when it comes to cooking. You have to learn step by step. I don't think so. I've worked in a kitchen up until now. I think I'm pretty experienced. That's not what I'm saying. Never mind. You're so annoying. I'll have my mom take care of it. Even if you tell Janet, it'll be a waste of time because I won't change my mind.
You don't have to come to the restaurant starting today.
What?
You're fired. You didn't listen, so it's okay to fire you, right?
What are you talking about all of a sudden?
Fired. Don't come to the restaurant ever again.
I've been working as the head chef for 20 years. Ever since the owner opened the restaurant. I've been running the restaurant with him. Does he know about this?
Of course. Besides, my husband is busy with the other restaurants, so he left me in charge of this one. My son will become the head chef, so you're not needed. That means you're useless.
I'm shocked to hear you're firing me all of a sudden. Tom is suddenly becoming the head chef? That's also a shock.
I was planning on having him take over this restaurant anyway, so it's just a little earlier than expected. Also, you only let my son wash the dishes. That's just awful.
It's not awful. Everyone starts there. I can't let him start with the main course.
Why not? My son is gifted. But you made a remark that his cooking was unpleasant.
Yes, it was bland.
You just have bad taste. It's a surprise that you've been the head chef for this long. Well, that all ends today.
So, you're serious?
The restaurant is closed today, so you don't have to come and prep. The others will do it. Starting tomorrow, my son will be running things. The person who made disgusting food for the past 20 years is fired.
Okay then. Goodbye.
Get lost.
If you say so, I guess there's nothing I can do. I'll quit immediately.
The restaurant will become more popular now that you're gone. I have to put this on Facebook.
The amateur who only has experience working part-time at fast food restaurants becomes the head chef at a high-end French restaurant. That's definitely funny. It'll get a lot of attention, but you'll regret it later on.
You keep making mean comments. What does a person with a sense of taste like you know? My son is good at cooking. You've only eaten his food a couple of times. So what do you know?
I've only tried it once. And watching him cook, it's obvious he doesn't know what he's doing.
That kid has always cooked for me at home. He's a good cook.
If you think a son who's good at cooking and likes to help his mom and a head chef at a French restaurant are the same thing, you're greatly mistaken. I can't do this anymore. I quit.
I told you that you're fired. You're banned from this restaurant.
All right. Goodbye. Thank you for the past 20 years. Can I help you?
Get over here now. I know you can come.
Huh? Why?
The restaurant is in serious trouble. Hurry up and get over here.
I don't plan on going.
What? What do you mean? You're coming over, right?
No, I said I wasn't going. I have no intention of going to work. Not one bit.
Why not?
I already quit my job there. Why do I have to go?
What do you mean, why? Don't you feel like you owe me anything? I'm telling you, we're in trouble. Normally you would come to help. I've been looking after you for 20 years.
I feel like I owe the owner, but definitely not you.
What? Why?
It's not like you've ever done anything for me. And you lied to me.
Lied about what?
That the owner left you in charge of the restaurant. Wasn't that all a lie?
What are you talking about? That's not what I'm talking about right now. We're in trouble.
I guess the kitchen isn't running smoothly handling all the orders.
Who did you hear that from? Did someone already call you? If they have time to do that, they should be cooking.
No, anybody can guess that.
What? Why?
An amateur suddenly becomes the head chef, who doesn't even know the menu, and can't give out directions to other people?
Give out directions.
Of course. I've been giving out directions all this time. That's why everyone knew what they were supposed to do. Also, the sous chef is on his honeymoon today, so I thought it would be chaos.
What the hell? Doesn't everyone know what they're supposed to do? There's so many chefs, but what are they doing?
They obviously know what they should be doing. During busy hours, confusion can occur if they're not properly supervised. Being given directions and knowing exactly what they're supposed to do helps everything run smoothly.
You knew this would happen. If you knew, why didn't you say anything?
I thought nothing would change even if I had said something. I just didn't say anything. Well, the chaos is just beginning.
What do you mean by just beginning?
The customers have been waiting for a while now. The prices aren't cheap, and the food will taste as though an amateur looking at the recipe made it. The restaurant will get bad reviews saying that the food didn't taste the same.
But my son is a good cook.
Didn't I tell you yesterday? Between a good cook at home and a skilled chef, there's a huge difference. You ate at the restaurant and you didn't notice?
Never mind. I'll admit it was my bad. Come back to the restaurant. Please do something about this. It'll be bad if my husband finds out about this.
I already told you, I'm not going.
How come? I apologized.
I've worked at the restaurant all these years out of respect to the owner. But my dream was to open my own restaurant. So that's what I'm going to do.
What? Then what will happen to a restaurant?
Aren't you having your genius son take over? He'll only last a few months.
That's not true. So you have no intention of helping a restaurant?
Nope. What goes around comes around. It looks like it was you who had no sense of taste. Goodbye. Forever. The husband found out about the disaster and immediately flew back from his overseas business trip. Janet and Tom became a problem and a huge disgrace. The owner was furious. He asked Richard to come back, but he'd already gone back to his hometown and was preparing to open up his own restaurant. So he couldn't help. The owner was so upset that he kicked Janet out of the house. It's said that she has nowhere else to go, but that's all her fault.